Here's my throwback, and I don't care whether it's Thursday. Most Americans know the names of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Whitney Young, Rosa Parks, and all the other heroes of the civil rights movement. I would like to submit a nearly forgotten hero and an incident that kicked the civil rights movement into action. Governor Orville Faubus of Arkansas defied a Supreme Court directive ending the separate but equal rules in the public schools. Sobbing black kids were blocked from entering school by the Arkansas Guard, and mobs of screaming crew-cut white boys and poodle-skirted white girls. This move awakened the general sleeping under the smiling grandpa on the golf course. To the general, defying a Supreme Court directive was an attack on the Constitution, and the Constitution is America. Good old Ike vanished. The Supreme Commander of Overlord was back. Eisenhower deactivated the Arkansas Guard and activated 101st Airborne Battle Group and sent them to Little Rock with loaded weapons, fixed bayonets, and orders to escort black children to school and guard them. The Defiance collapsed. I love those photos of the screaming eagles confronting those cowering and sniveling crew cuts and poodle skirts. And I do not recall the 1950s civil rights movement having such a ferocious champion. But as his close associates knew, Ike's genial surface was a false image that hid a vicious temper and a secret aim in stopping the Cold War from turning hot. Till Little Rock, Ike was never perceived as a friend of black people, but traditionally the Supreme Court was an outright enemy. The Dred Scott decision legalized slavery. Reconstruction decisions weakened the Emancipation Proclamation, and Plessy versus Ferguson built the iron wall of separate but equal, especially separate. Ike made it clear, for the first time since Lincoln, the federal government meant business on civil rights, and I think he deserves a more prominent place among the other heroes.
Thomas Page is the author of the sci-fi cult classic The Man Who Would Not Die, and co-host along with Cheyenne Cockrell on the Get Published radio show with your host Gerald Everett Jones.